Fine.
Okay, no. Alright, today's about hearing God, hearing the truth. It's about listening. It's about all the lies you've been told. It's about being heard, and it's about being sacredness. So you want to turn onto your atlases so that you've got a visual picture of your ears. So, what page is it on?
First 100. I forgot.
You got a picture?
16.
So ears provide the sense of hearing.
116.
116? 116. So ears provide the sense of hearing. They also detect head position and motion. So your balance comes from your ears as well. Ears are an important process of intuitive information. And as a healer, you must develop the ability to hear and perceive the truth. As a healer, you must listen for the person's truth and set aside your own truth. And you're going to listen to the highest truth of the creator of all that is. So, the anatomy of the ear. We've got the outer ear, which is the earlobe where we can put our beautiful earrings on. We've got the middle ear, which is an air-filled cavity between the eardrum and the inner ear, and contains 3 tiny bones that conduct sound to the inner ear. The inner ear is nerve fiber, cochlea, which pick up the vibrations and relay it to the brain. So what our ears are actually doing is they're actually picking up vibrations and frequencies and converting it into sound. So you can actually train your ear to pick up beyond sounds and pick up the vibrations in the universe or the frequencies of the universe.
Dreams been to always hear the music of the spheres.
Music of the spheres? Was like,
All the whole earth makes that music, all the movement of all the stars.
okay.
Tagorians were doing this. Tagorians were doing this.
So balance, a sense of balance relies on part visual information about the body's position.
Sorry, Vanya, how would you train your ears to hear beyond?
Yeah, you need to. You need to just go give yourself downloads, credits, show me how I can hear beyond my normal hearing capacity, how I can open up to other frequencies in the universe. Sometimes you can train your brain to hear more the angelic realm. I can hear the angelic realm. I know how to. I know what it feels like to hear the angelic realm. So you can actually start training your body and your brain to start opening up its intuition to certain aspects, to certain parts.
So it's really your psychic senses then.
Yeah, this is where you get clairaudience from. So there are several structures in the inner ear to maintain balance. Fluid-filled sacs move with motion and trigger sensory hairs. You know those, what do they call those things in building? Spirit levels.
Oh yeah.
And they've got that bubble of water inside to tell if something's actually straight or horizontal. Well, your ear's got something very similar to show you that you're in balance or that you're out of balance. When this part gets damaged or has nerve problems, that's when people can get motion sickness, vertigo, they feel dizzy or feel like vomiting. Seasickness, that's why you get seasickness, is because this inner ear fluid is like just going all over the place and the body can't actually perceive what's normal anymore. So emotions of the ears are all about the perception of what you see and hear. What is it in someone's voice that makes you want to talk to them or avoid them? People who are acupuncturists are trained to actually hear the disease or hear what organ is out of whack by listening to the tone of their voice. So you can actually tell a lot about a person by the way that they speak, the way their tone is, whether they're a little bit more whiny. Have you ever heard people a little bit more, you just know they're a little bit more whiny in their speech and a little bit more needy? Or whether they're very dominant and authoritarian, you can tell that in the voice. So just by hearing the tones and the voice, you can perceive a lot about a person. And if you train it, you'll be able to start feeling what's going on inside their body as well.
Some women, when they talk to their boyfriends, they're like little cute little girls. It's just like, they like switch.
Yeah, I know. And then
switch.
And they switch again.
I know this woman who's like really professional, and she's with her boyfriend, she's like,
Yeah.
I've seen that so many times.
I can hear people. For me, sometimes it's like I hear what they're saying, and underneath I'm hearing something else.
Yeah.
Why they're saying it.
Yeah. The extra truth behind it all.
Yeah. Sometimes.
And sometimes you can get people speaking, and then you'll get visions behind it to tell you more of the truth as well.
Reading between
It is.
the lines.
The ears are an important processor of psychic information. Today you're going to be looking at things about honesty, respecting another person's space, and sacredness. Do we keep information sacred? Can we keep a secret? Or do we have to keep gossiping and creating drama? So here's something just to think about. When was the last time you said something that was accepted? And when was the last time you said something that wasn't accepted or rejected? When were you first conscious of hurting someone else's feelings with your words? Was it in the schoolyards, at home, in relationships? Do you remember how badly a word from another child hurt you? Do you remember in the playground and they'd say something and how damaging that was? And then, how much does the lack of words hurt? You know, when you're in a relationship or something and no one's talking to each other, there's no communication, that lack of words can build up so much pain and hurt and resentment and confusion inside.
But silence can be golden.
Exactly. So it's learning when to use the silence and when not to. And when was the last time you were teased when you were a little child? Were you teased and bullied with words? Do those words still hurt? Being teased at that young age can form such an impression on a core level that you start attracting people who still think the same thing about you. Or you get paranoid if they're thinking, oh my God, that I'm ugly, or I'm weird, or I'm strange, you know. When was the last time, no, that's all right. What would you put in place of those painful words? So what you want to do, if there are teasing words, you want to erase the memory and the feeling and change the energy and put a new program in to allow you to shine. No one needs to have bad feelings. This is also about how you express yourself to other people. And can you express your words without being nervous or hurting another person's feelings? Can you express your truth in a diplomatic way? Do you know the power of words? They can be very powerful. I remember when I realized the power of words and how my spoken word, first you have thought, then you have spoken word, which actually starts to manifest things in your reality. As soon as I realized the power of words, I decided that was best not to speak and think for about 30 minutes. It was very strange. I was like, this is really intense stuff. So I actually had a vow never to speak the truth. So you might have vows about not speaking the truth as well, so check that out today. And are you keeping what you hear sacred? When someone tells you something confidentially, it's your responsibility to keep what they say sacred to yourself. And this will give you credibility with your clients. I know in Dubai, people love to gossip. They're looking for the gossip, Their lives are so boring that they want the gossip of someone else's, give me something juicy to get my... And then they start spinning it in different directions and it spreads like wildfire. Oh, it's terrible. But they live off it. It's like people can't even connect there and make friends without having gossip. And look to see if your friendships are formed out of gossiping and if they're formed out of negative ways or negative drama. You don't want that anymore. You guys are changing and you don't want to be still around people which are lowering your vibration with the way you were 2 weeks ago. Okay, so really look at how you're interacting with those people around you, because they'll either heighten you or they'll limit you.
So, or can you explain to them how you've changed and
And
in a way that, explore that. And
yeah, of course.
Oh.
You would forget.
Not always.
Yeah, I
Some
mean, to be honest, with my theta healing journey, I've let go of so many different circles of friends in my life. They've just fallen away. And it's okay.
Because,
And,
sorry.
Yeah.
Because your vibration is changing, so it's not the same level with that level, so you have to go with the same.
But if there was a part of you connected with one of your friends with love, then you can see if you can work.
Or you see them less or in a different way. And actually gives you space to have new, more amazing friends in your life. So that's cool too. So, okay. Diseases. Tinnitus. It's the sensations of sound that originate in the inner ear and may include buzzing, ringing, whistling, roaring, or hissing. You know that that you can get in your ear sometimes? It's called tinnitus, and it can come in different ways.
After an aeroplane, when the
Or
ears
if you've been
open
to a
up
rock
again.
concert, speakers.
Yeah.
What happens if you get it in your sleep?
So they said, apparently they're saying about the energy changes and you're actually picking up a different frequency. You can go check it out.
My friend got something that hummed to play at night to stop her tinnitus, and then it went away.
Okay. And usually it's the cochlea, which is the bundle of nerves which get damaged. So they're not being able to pick up the finities of different frequencies. So then when there is a higher frequency coming in, I think, or vibration, it actually triggers it in the wrong way and interprets it as a noise, as opposed to maybe something else. So it's basically the nerves which are damaged.
And can you train the ear how to hear these and then shut off?
Sure, why not? Just like you can train your third eye to open up to information and shut down.
Okay, perfect.
So you get the beliefs around tinnitus is refusal to listen, not hearing the inner voice. The glue ear is sticky glue-like fluid that impairs hearing, and a lot of children get that. It's a bit of an infection. Vertigo is a false sensation of movement and a spinning sensation, often causing vertigo. A lot of people have high blood pressure problems can get vertigo as well.
And how do you heal that?
Beliefs around it are being flighty, scattered thinking, and a refusal to look at maybe the truth of life. Motion sickness. Nausea and other symptoms occur during while travel, when visualization information of the brain conflicts with that of balance. So the vision conflicts with what's going on with balance.
So you close your eyes?
Yeah. I always fall asleep. If I get motion sickness, the best thing to do is just fall asleep and you wake up and you feel fine. I'll tell you this really bad story. My stepsister, she used to always get car sickness. And one time we were like caught in this traffic jam and we were kind of moving quite slowly but had enough speed. Anyway, she got really ill. We couldn't stop beside the road because of all these cars. So anyway, she ran down the window, leant out, vomited. There was enough speed to go onto the next person's windscreen, and that poor person there, I had to put the windscreen wipers on, and then all this kind of spew and vomit just spewing across the windscreen, and it was just so embarrassing. We were all kind of like hiding at the back. So, yeah.
I had someone do that on an airplane, a friend of mine. She said, pass me the what all over me. Just.
All those rides, when you go in those rides, you know, those fast rides, and someone else next to you.
Oh.
Moving on.
Oh, I so need to edit this bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disease, some episodes of severe dizziness.
What's the belief around that?
I don't find a belief around that, but it's just a conflict of information from what's going on visually to what's going on inside the inner ear. So there's a conflict of information. The inner ear is saying, oh my God, everything's kind of wobbly, the brain's going, no, I'm okay, and then it just causes a bit of chaos. Meniere's disease, sudden episodes of severe dizziness, combined with hearing loss, tinnitus, and a feeling of pressure in the ears, and may last for minutes or several days. It's a really horrible condition. Really horrible. People get tinnitus, they get dizziness, sometimes have to go in and close the doors and just sleep for days on end. And they haven't found the proper cure for it. So it could probably be going, there's obviously a lot of stuff, imbalances going on. I haven't worked with anyone with Meniere's disease. So.
My ex-girlfriend had that.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah. She just has to stop life and just sleep for days.
Yeah, very disabling.
Yeah.
You also get guitar, which is ear, nose, throat mucus, which drops down the back. Wax builds up. And if you've got more clairaudience kind of stuff going on, you might notice that your wax builds up a lot quicker than normal. Have you noticed that?
It's almost like it wants to stop it.
Yeah, I mean I get terrible wax build up and I have to keep doing that.
Q-tips.
Q-tips, or those, have you guys seen the ear candles?
Yeah, the ear candles.
They're
Yeah.
amazing, they're just like a vacuum and suck
And
off.
hydrochloride, what's it called?
So
The stuff
basically-
you lighten your hair with.
Hydrochloric acid, hydrochloride,
Yeah,
peroxide.
peroxide. But you get it you get it for internal use.
Yeah.
And you can use, they found out if you catch a cold, that sometimes it comes through your ears, because we always thought it's just the mouth and the nose. So if you feel a cold coming on, you can buy it from a chemist, but it's for internal use, so it's a much lower dosage.
Yeah.
And you put it into your ear,
Yeah.
2 drops, and what happens is your ear kind of fizzes up, and then the disease and the bacteria and the wax, all that just comes out.
Yeah, and they say the best way if you get water in your ear, you know when you go swimming,
Yeah.
just tip your ear to the side and use this, you know, like a toilet pump. Then you go like that with your ear.
Suction.
You
Yeah,
make a
after
suction,
God,
and
this-
it actually
the swim.
falls out of
The
your
swimming.
ear. So it's a really good way to get rid of water.
Yeah.
Especially when it's got too much chlorine and weird
Yeah,
stuff in
if you
it.
get like water, just put it over and you just use that as a suction cat, and you can actually feel it.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a pump, like a, you know when you, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We do
I
it
see
for a
teach
long
each other.
time.
Anyway, past infections, a lot of children can get a lot of ear infections, so you want to go into it and watch Creator pull the memory of the past infection out and send it to God's light. Sometimes, like I said, the body's still stuck in the trauma or the old memory of the past sickness and doesn't realise that actually it's healthy now and just keeps creating the same problem. So you need to go in there and recreate it. Deafness. Hearing impairment may result from diseases or injury or present at birth. And some people believe that because their family has deafness, so will they. Especially, when we get old, we become deaf. So you might want to pull that belief.
Is that also because they're fed up of listening to nonsense?
Probably, or their wives. I had this beautiful couple that were so old, and the wife could hear, but the husband could see. So he was deaf and she was blind, but between the two of them, they managed to kind of maneuver through life.
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
So it's a belief, so it's a belief in it?
Deafness. What don't you want to hear, basically? Have a look at what they don't want to hear. And some people have selective hearing.
Is that a disease? I thought
Yeah,
it was a
conscious
gift.
choice.
It was a gift from God.
Yeah, there's always a balance of two things. Yeah, so you want to, for healing, you want to tell the damaged portion to regenerate, and that the ear is young again, and then witness that, it regrows the new damaged portion. So things, you can do ear candles, boosting the immune system if there's infections in the ears, ginkgo biloba for tinnitus, because it will help with blood circulation as well. They say also B12, I think, is also very good for the ears.
Is it about also isolating? Because if you don't hear, it's like a more important sense than seeing in some sense, because it really connects you to the outside world.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of
It does. It does, and you can kind of gauge what's going on around you. You notice if you listen to your iPod, you can actually feel like you're not actually in this world anymore. All the sounds go. You can't really judge where people are around you, and all of a sudden you realise that someone's actually walking behind you. Whereas if you were hearing, had you hearing everything, you would be able to sense that. Now my third eye was shut down, so I couldn't see at all. But I managed to develop my hearing so well that I could hear until I saw. So I found this to be one of the most amazing senses, and it's also a really good sense to bring in consciousness. Now, consciousness on Creator, and in that you can hear the information. And when you hear, it can be a lot quicker than actually seeing. So sometimes you get so caught up in, I can't see to get the information, but hearing can be actually have more advantage on some level. Obviously it's about having both, because then you get very quick intuition, but you can hear some amazing information and consciousness if you just open up your ears.
So can you teach the hair to grow again?
Mm-hmm.
If it's dry off?
Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Cool. So we're going to go in, you're going to do, actually I'd like to do some downloads first.
Yeah.
Then you're going to do a scan. And then you're going to, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the downloads. I'm going to walk you through a scan on one person and then a scan on the other person. And then you're going to work for 20 minutes each. You can have a break in between of, remember the glitch I was talking to you about in the brain? That I always have to, things don't work for me, I can't heal, everything's wrong. You're going to work on that glitch each for 20 minutes. Then we're going to do a demonstration. Yeah, I'll be right here. And then we're going to break for lunch. We just work a little bit harder this morning. Is that okay? Okay, cool. Stand up, downloads.